Sam in the desert.
Sam in the desert.
Tommy had asked RK5,
Tommy had asked
RK5 to take him and his friends to Australia. Tommy's little sister Sam was excited to visit Australia. She wanted to see kangaroos and koalas. But something went wrong. Tommy ended up on board, and he didn't know what happened to his friends. After the flash of light and cloud of yellow smoke, Sam found herself sitting on a sand dune. Large cactuses were everywhere. Sam looked around, but she couldn't see her brother or her friends. Taffy was with her, but everyone else was missing. "Where is everyone?" she asked Taffy, not really expecting a reply. Sam looked in the sand for footprints. There were none. She tried yelling. There was no answer. "It looks like I'm lost," she thought. Sam knew she had to find everyone. But she didn't know which way to walk. Taffy started barking and ran down the sand dune. Taffy must know the way. "I'll follow him," thought Sam. Sam didn't know that Taffy was chasing a little lizard. The dog had no idea where he was going. Sam continued to follow Taffy for what seemed like a long time. She stopped for a rest and noticed a dark shape in the distance. Sam headed for the dark shape and saw that it was a large grove of palm trees. A small plume of smoke rose from the center of the grove. The smoke disappeared into the purple sky. "I bet that's where everyone is," cried Sam. She started to run toward the palm trees. Then she slowed down to a walking pace, since there was still a long way to go. It was also hot, and Sam had a hard time running on the sand. An hour passed before Sam and Taffy reached the palm trees. They went to the source of the smoke. Sam saw that a campfire was producing the smoke. A nice smell came from a big pot on the fire. 3 camels were tied to one of the palm trees. A 4th camel was drinking from a small pond. "This must be an oasis," thought Sam. Sam was very hungry and thought it would be okay to take a sip of whatever was cooking in the pot. She stirred the liquid. Then she took a big spoonful and blew on the liquid to cool it. Sam was just about to take a sip when she heard shouting behind her. She turned, expecting to see her friends, but instead saw 4 strange-looking creatures charging toward her. The creatures were smaller than Sam. However, she soon learned that they were very strong. 2 of them grabbed her arms, and 1 grabbed her leg. Taffy was barking and to protect Sam. The fourth creature caught Taffy and put him in a glass box that had small holes. Sam tried to free herself, but she couldn't move. The creature that caught Taffy shouted out orders to the other three. One of them produced a rope. He tied Sam's arms and feet, while the other two held her still. After she was completely tied up, Sam was placed on one of the camels. She watched as the four creatures sat around the fire and enjoyed the delicious smelling liquid. Meanwhile, back on board, Tommy was high in a tree. RK5's reverse tracking system led them to Oznox. Oznox was an evil Gendrazian who had captured all the RK robots except for RK5. "We must try to free the robots," said Tommy. "They may be able to help us find Aplixa. She is the only one who can help me find my friends." "That is a good plan," said RK5. "If anyone can find them, first of all, we need to get inside that big glass ball where Oznox and his men are." "How can we do that?" asked Tommy. "That will be difficult," answered RK5. "It is not glass. It is quishore, a material that is 100 times stronger than glass. It is Oznox's security pod. There is no entrance and no exit." "There has to be a way to get in," said Tommy. "It would be possible to transport you inside, but I do not have enough power. I need twice my power to transport you through the quishore," said RK5. "Could one of the other RK robots help?" asked Tommy. "If I could contact one of them, it might be possible. We could both use our full power to get you through the quishore," said RK5. "We need to get as close as we can to the other robots to establish contact," added RK5. "Okay, let's go," said Tommy. "We need to be careful that Oznox doesn't." Tommy made sure that RK5 was tucked safely in his pocket. He tugged a nearby vine to be sure it was secure. Then he slid down the vine to the ground. Tommy was very close to the huge quishore ball. He hid behind a bush. RK5 tried to get in contact with the other robots. "No response," said RK5. "We are not close enough." They couldn't get any closer because Oznox or one of his men might see them through the quishore ball. "I have a plan," said Tommy. "We need to go around to the other side of the quishore ball." Tommy quietly made his way through the jungle to the other side of the ball. He gathered up a pile of leaves. Then he put small sticks on top of the leaves. "Can you set these on fire?" he asked RK5. "Of course I can," replied the little robot. RK5 extended a small but powerful magnifying glass over the leaves. Light shone through the glass onto the leaves. Soon there was a small fire. Tommy put some bigger sticks on the fire. Tommy had learned in Boy Scouts how to make a fire that would not get out of control. When the fire made a lot of smoke, Tommy ran back to the other side of the ball. Just as he got there, he saw that Osnox and his men had noticed the smoke. While they all ran to see what was happening, Tommy went right up to the Quishore ball. At the same time, RK5 tried to get in contact with the other robots again. This time, RK5 was successful. RK9 responded. After a quick explanation, the two robots used their power to transport Tommy inside the Quishore ball. Tommy pulled RK9 out of the glass box. RK9 didn't have time to ask questions. "Quick, get me back out of here," yelled Tommy. "They are coming back." Osnox had nearly grabbed Tommy's arm when Tommy was transported back to the jungle. Tommy ran as fast as he could with a robot in each hand. To be continued.